Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you very nice custom tenor KG ukulele featuring some nice, rich, dark Hawaiian koa. So, turning our attention to the front of the instrument, really nice koa, nice curls that's going all the way side to side, all the way like this. Beautifully book matched here with, you can kind of tell it's book matched because of the lines that kind of go, and they kind of can fold on top of each other. But very beautiful koa, lots of different colors going on. The orange here, there's some red hues going on in here, the darker lines here, and then going to the back, going to the side, look at that, going all the way up and down the full depth of the instrument. Nice big curly lines. And then here on the back, lots of curls going all over the place. But again, like what I was mentioning with the front, here it's even more indicative of having like more of the orange streaks here, some again red hues all over the place, just different, like the darker streaks here, different tones and colors all going all over the instrument. Really beautiful stuff. Not sure if the camera can pick it up, but there's a slight red purfling right here that wraps all the way around the back of the instrument, alongside the ebony binding here on the bottom and the top. But you can see the red purfling right here, as well as on the front of the instrument. Red, for me, red purfling is always nice with this is just my subjective opinion, but red purfling really matches well aesthetically, I think, with the darker koa, versus if you get more of that blue purfling, I think that matches really well with the lighter, like more orange or more whiter kind of koa. Maybe I got that idea because growing up, Jake used to, or he still plays his custom kamakas, but back then, before he played his blue kind of series, which you can get with kamaka, he had his older kamaka, which was his Buffy ukulele, and he had a darker koa just like this, and then he also had the red purfling on his uke. And then when he switched to having more of this lighter, more orange color Kamaka customs, he switched to the blue. So that kind of always stuck in my mind, and I kind of agree with that aesthetic. But anyway, kind of going off tangent, I like seeing the red purfling on these darker sets of koa. You even have it here around the rosette of the instrument, on the outside and on the inside. And you have almost this braid, like, when you get braid, your daughter's hair or a girl's hair, have that braided kind of look here around the rosette with the koa. Now this, you can see, it is the lighter orange koa. That's, I guess, more common versus this darker set right here. So really nice. And then even on the inside, there's the ebony binding that's on the inside of the sound hole itself. You got ebony bridge, fretboard, as well as the headstock with the Paua abalone shell with the KG logo. More of that red purfling that wraps all the way around the sides or the perimeter of the fretboard. Radius fretboard here, and then you have more of that red purfling that wraps around the headstock, just like that. And then you have upgraded Waverly tuners, pretty much the best you can get in terms of how far your dollar goes. Waverlys are the best. I have Waverlys on my custom instrument, so lovely to see them on here. Beautiful darker curly koa here, backplate on the instrument. Satin finish, slightly flatter neck. I like that. It's thinner than a more traditional neck. It's not thick, not on the more normal size necks. It's slightly on the thinner side, so it feels good when you're holding your chords. But yeah, so satin finish neck, mahogany, and then you have your fret markers here on the side: 5, 7, 10, double on 12. 15 and 17 if you venture that high. I tend not to venture that high on the ukulele, but it's there if you need it. But a nice clean fretboard. So what I've said in the past on these type of instruments where there's not like much going on, where you just have really nice, beautiful wood and nothing really happening on the fretboard and nothing happening on the headstock, call this like a player's instrument or a musician's instrument, where someone like me as a musician, we don't need all the bells and whistles or all the stuff on the front of the instrument. I just like a nice plain fretboard and having the fret markers here on the side. Nice clean headstock, slotted headstock too, and then just beautiful koa, which is just very eye-catching. So it's like a musician's instrument. Just gets the job done and really well, but nice and clean looking instrument. Nothing distracting about it when I'm looking down to play. So KG, lovely big sound. I love these instruments. Usually have like a nice pronounced low end. So for me, you get a nice body, good depth. So like if you're trying to do like, you can definitely hear the lowness of the frequencies. And then with the A string, It's so bright and it just sticks out really well, like slices the air. And the overtone is good on this instrument too. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so anyway, so the A string is really nice and bright, and as a fingerstyle player, that's really important for me because I need to hear the melody. I think the melody is the most important part of any song, right? So if I'm doing a fingerstyle, something simple. I can hear that at the front of the sound. You know, you have 4 different strings going off. But for me, as long as I can hear that A string, that's really important. So I like those brighter A strings, which is this ukulele definitely had. Super clean, wow. Super clean 15th fret. Super clean. So let's go ahead and give this a sound sample.